This is the last lecture of our subject DRCS. So students, in design of reinforced concrete structure, this is the last lecture in which we are discussing about our second type of water tank, which is the rectangle type of water tank. So in rectangle type of water tank, we are discussing about the rest on ground water tank. Okay. So you can see that the data is design a rectangle water tank for the following data. So students, in this question it is clearly mentioned that the depth of water is equal to 3.5 meter, length of tank is equal to 6 meter, width of tank is 4 meter. So this is clear mention that the depth of water, okay, there is a difference between the depth of water and height of the water tank, okay. So and it is clearly mentioned that you have to design the water tank which is the rest on ground, okay. So you can see that in this figure, this is the depth of water. So this depth is 3.5 meter. Okay. So now this is the plan and this is the elevation of the rectangle water tank. Okay. So you can see that in the plan, this length is 6 meter and this length is 4 meter. And similarly, in the elevation, you can see that this water tank from this side. So this length is 6 meter and this depth, water depth is 3.5 meter. But we have to find out our total depth, means total height of water tank. So you can see that we have to consider freeboard because this portion is called as freeboard. So we have to consider the freeboard as 0.5 meter. It means we have to find out the total height of water tank is equal to 4 meter. So now the dimension of our water tank is 6 meter in length, 4 meter in width and 4 meter in height. Okay. Now first of all we have to find out the condition whether the L by B ratio of water tank is less than or equal to 2, less than or 2, or whether it is greater than or equal to 2. Okay. So now we are moving further to our condition check in which our L is equal to 6 meter and our B is equal to 4 meter. So our L by B ratio is 1.5 meter, okay, which is less than 2. So whenever your water tank having the condition less than 2 meter, then we have to partial difference between the cantilever portion and continuous portion. So our total height of water tank is 4 meter in which how much height is for cantilever portion and how much height for continuous portion. Okay. So the continuous portions and the cantilever portion condition is the top portion having the height capital H minus small h will be designed as continuous frame. So first of all we have to find out small h. So what is the condition of small h? The condition of small h is capital H by 4. So capital H by 4 is equal to 1 meter, or second condition is constant 1 meter, whichever is more. But here both the values remain same. So the bottom 1 meter of the wall will be designed as cantilever portion. So students, the total height is 4 meter in which bottom 1 meter is designed as cantilever portion and above 4 minus 3 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 meter. This portion will be designed as continuous portion. So now we are discussing about the continuous portions design in which first of all we have to design or find out the design constants. So in the question there is no any clarification regarding the grade of concrete and grade of steel. So whenever there is no any clarification, then we have to assume that we will use M30 grade of concrete and Fe415 steel. Okay, so your design constants having the value of sigma CBC. Now, what is the full form of sigma CBC? So sigma means permissible stress of concrete due to bending in compression. So the short form is sigma CBC having the value of 10 Newton per mm square. This value will be find out from table number 2 of IS 3370 part 2. And the second design constants, but the second permissible stress is sigma HT, which is equal to 130 Newton per mm square. These two, both the values is already discussed in our introductory session of the design of water tanks chapter. Now we have four design constant in which first two design constant is already studied. So the first design constant is modular ratio. The equation of modular ratio is 280 divided by 3 into sigma CBC. Now we have to put the value of sigma CBC is equal to 10, then we will get our answer of small m is equal to 9.33. And our second design constant is neutral axis, which is denoted by small k. So what is the equation of small k? The equation of small k is m into sigma CBC divided by m into sigma CBC plus sigma HT. So students, after putting all this value, we will get our answer 0.416 or 0.418. There will be some round figure value. Okay. After calculating these two design constant, the third design constant is J. So the equation of J is 1 minus K by 3. So our value of K is 0.418. So our value of J is 0.861. And our last design constant is Q. Now what is the equation of Q? The equation of Q is 1 by 2 into sigma CBC into K into J. So students, after putting all these values, we will get our answer of Q is 1.80. So this is the design constants. Now we are moving further to the design of continuous portion. So you can see that this is the continuous portion. So what is the height? This height is 3 meter and the cantilever portion's height is 1 meter. Okay. So we have to design for continuous portion. So you all know that with the increasing in the depth, the water pressure will be increasing. So we have to find out the maximum pressure. So students, our maximum pressure is at the bottom of continuous portion. So what is the height of continuous portion? So the height of continuous portion is 3 meter because our total height is 4 meter in which bottom 1 meter is designed as cantilever portion. Okay. So now the lateral pressure due to water at bottom of continuous portion. So our equation of P is gamma W into capital H minus small h, because this capital H is equal to 4 meter and this small h is equal to 1 meter. So our value of pressure is 13 kilonewton per meter square. Now you all know that we have to design any structural component per meter length. So our value of per meter length, this is your UDL, is 30 kilonewton per meter. Okay. So students, this is the plan in which this is A junction, this is B junction, this is C junction and this is D junction. And all the junctions are always considered as a fixed junction. Okay. So now if these four junctions are fixed junction, then if we cut this junction from here and going to this side, so this figure is like this. This is AB. So this is AB and these junctions is cut from here and move to this side. So this is your AD, and all the junctions are fixed junctions. So you can see that this is fixed support. The length of AB is equal to 6 meter and the length of AD is equal to 4 meter, and the UDL having the value of 30 kilonewton per meter. Now you can see that all the junctions design is same, because say for example we have to design for A, then one span is 6 meter and second span is 4 meter. Like B, this span is 6 meter and this span is 4 meter. For C, this span is 6 meter and this span is 4 meter. Now for D, this span is 6 meter and this span is 4 meter. It means we have to design any one junctions and the design of rectangle water tank for all the junctions according to the any one junction. Okay. So in this example, we have to design for junctions A only. So our fixed end moment for A, so MFAB. So now you all know that if we are moving from away side, the equation is minus WL square by 12. Now what is the value of W? The value of W is 30. L means 6 divided by 12. So we will get our answer minus 90 kilonewton into meter. Now, whenever we have to design for junction A, one component is AB and second component is AD. So you can see that this is AD. Now we are moving to right to left. Whenever we are moving to right to left, the equation is positive WB square by 12, because this is your B and this is your L. Now what is the value of W? The value of W is 30. The value of B is 4 divided by 12. So you will get your answer is 40 kilonewton into meter. Now you all know that whenever you have to design any junctions, so your junction must be in balance. So you can see that at junction A, 90 moment is considered as anti-clockwise, because you can see that your 90 will be your negative sign considered for anti-clockwise moment. So at junction A, 90 moment is for anti-clockwise and 40 is at clockwise. It means your junctions A is not balanced. So first of all, we have to balance that junction, and after that we have to design any component. So we have to balance these junctions with the help of moment distribution method. So first of all, for the moment distribution method, we have to find out distribution factor. For junction A, there will be two members. This is AB and this is AD. Now, you all know that K means stiffness. So the funda behind this is, if your far end is fixed, then the equation of K is 4EI upon L. So 4EI is constant divided by L. So the span of AB is 6. It means 4EI by 6. So you will get your answer 0.67 EI. And same is AD, it means your far end is D. Okay, so for D, the equation is 4 EI by L, but here L is 4 meter. It means 4 EI by 4. So you will get your answer 1 EI. Now the next column is summation of K. So these two values summation is this, and the last column is distribution factor. So what is the equation of distribution factor? The equation of distribution factor is K upon summation of K. It means 0.67 EI divided by 1.67 EI. So you will get your answer 0.4. And similarly for this, it is 0.6. Now we are moving further to the balance moment with the help of moment distribution table. So this is the moment distribution table in which there are two members. Second is DF, distribution factor. So this value is coming from this table. So for AD member, the distribution factor is 0.6, and for AB, the distribution factor is 0.4. Now, FEM, it means fixed end moment. So you can see that for AD, our fixed end moment is plus 40, and for AB, it is minus 90. Now you can see that your moment is not balanced. It means your minus negative moment is there at junction A. So we have to convert minus 50 into plus 50 for the balance criteria. Okay. So plus 50 into 0.6. So you will get your answer plus 30, and plus 50 into 0.4. So you will get your answer plus 20. Now what is the summation of moment? So the summation of moment is plus 40 plus 30 is equal to plus 70, and minus 90 plus 20 is equal to minus 70. Now you can see that your junction A is balanced, having the moment is equal to 70 kilonewton into meter. Okay. Now this is the moment at support, but now you have to find out your moment at center. So the equation of the moment at center is WL square by 8, because you all know that whenever your support is fixed support and having UDL, then the equation of bending moment is WL square by 8. Whenever your support is simple support, it means your hinge support or roller support, then the equation of find out the bending moment is WL square by 4. Okay, so the WL square by 8 minus MA, so your value of W is 30, your value of L is equal to 6 divided by 8 minus 70. So you will get your answer at center is 65 kilonewton into meter. So this is the calculation of center moment for long span. It means for AB. Now similar calculation for short span, it is AD. Okay. So there will be some typing mistake in which this is AD. So for AD, the calculation is remain same, but only changes AD for B. This is width. So our bending moment for the short span is minus 10 at the support, sorry, at the center. Okay. So minus 10 into kilonewton, minus 10 kilonewton into meter. Now you have three values. At support, the value is 70. At center of long span, it is plus 65, and the center of the short span, it is minus 10. Okay. Now this criteria, the design tension in long wall, this criteria is also discussed in the last lecture, that the equation of design tension in long wall is WB by 2. Now what is the value of W? The value of W is 30. The value of B is 4 divided by 2. So you will get your answer plus 60. And direct tension in short wall, so the equation is WL by 2. So the answer is 90 kilonewton. So this is the most important points in which we have to find out a direct tension. Now students, it is already discussed that there are three moments, plus 70, plus 65 and minus 10. So what is the maximum value? The maximum value is plus 70. So if we are designing the thickness of wall with the help of maximum moment, then it is passed for minimum moments also. So now we are moving further to the thickness of wall. So the equation of thickness of wall is M is equal to Q into BD square. Okay. So M means 70, because this is our maximum moment. So 70 into 10 raised to 6 is equal to, the value of Q is 1.8 D is equal to 1000 because we have to calculate all the loads and all the moments per meter length, and D is our unknown. So after calculating and putting all this value, we will get our answer of small d is 197.20 mm. Okay, so this is the minimum D provided. So we have to provided our D having the value more than this. So we have to provided our small d is 200 mm. Okay, now we are starting our design. This is some analysis portion. Now we have to design a long wall calculation. So students, it is already discussed in the last lecture that these slides calculation is calculated 4 times because for long wall at support, for long wall at center, for short wall at support, and for short wall at center. So this slides calculation is doing for 4 times with the some data change. Okay, so now we are discussing about the design of long wall calculation. So first calculation is for at support. So what is the value of moment at support? The value of moment at support is 70 kilonewton into meter. Now T means tension. So we have to design for long wall. So what is the value of tension in long wall? It is 60. So this is the value of 60. Now X means CG. So our X equation is K into D. So our K value is 0.418. It is the design constant. And your D is equal to 200 mm, but we have to convert it into meter. So you will get your answer 0.0836. So we have to round figure this value as 0.10 meter. Okay. So students, now we are moving further to our modified moments equation. So the equation of modified moment is m minus t into x. Now, what is the value of m? The value of m is 70. The value of t is 60. And the value of x is equal to 0.10. So you will get your answer 64 kilonewton into meter. Now we have to find out two AST. The first AST for moment. So the equation is m upon sigma st into j into d. Now what is the value of m? The value of m is 64. We have to use modified moment. It is 64 into 10 raised to 6 divided by the value of sigma st is 130. This is 0.861 and this is 200. So you will get your answer 2859 mm square. So this is the calculation of AST1. Now we have to calculate for AST2. So the equation of AST2 is T upon sigma ST. Now what is the value of T? It is 60 kilonewton. So we have to convert kilonewton into Newton. So it is 60 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 130. So you will get your answer 462 mm square. Now we have to find out total AST. So our total AST is AST1 plus AST2. So after putting all this value, we will get our answer total is 3321 mm square. Now, in the rectangle water tank, we have to provided 16 or 20 mm diameter. So, with the help of AST, first of all, we have to find out spacing provided and AST provided. So, our final answer is provided 20 mm diameter at 90 mm center to center in the bracket. AST provided is equal to 3490.55 mm square. Okay, so students, this calculation is done for 4 times like at support. This is long wall at center. So what is the change? The change is in value of moment, because in long wall the value of t is remain same and all the calculation is remain same. Now The third is design of short wall and add support. But in this slide, the moment is remain same because at support the moment is 70, but the change is in T, because for short wall the value of tension is 90. Okay, and last one at center. So at center, the value change is in moment because in the center of short wall, it is minus 10 kilonewton into meter. Okay, so students, this is the end of today's session and this is the end of your DRCS syllabus. Now, the last type of water tank, which is the underground water tank. So, what is the difference between restaurant ground water tank and underground water tank? So, in the underground water tank, you have to consider the water pressure as well as soil pressure, because whenever you have to underground water tank, the soil pressure is acting on the wall of the rectangle water tank. So, you have to add water pressure plus the soil pressure while we have to calculate the equation of P. So your equation of P is K into gamma into capital H plus gamma W into capital H at the bottom. And whenever you have to design for continuous portion only, it is gamma W, K into gamma W into H minus H plus gamma W into H minus H. Okay, so students, this is the end of today's session and this is the end of your DRCS syllabus. Okay, so thank you.